Good evening. Wanted to do a video, this video on my AK-47. This is a Wasr-10 that I got a while back, not that long ago. I guess maybe less than a year, right at a year. Anyway, it's a Romanian Kuger Romanian Wasr-10. Anyway. Wasr-10 here. So anyway, I made quite a few modifications to this rifle, and after owning an IO, and doing research on the IOs. I had a Wasr-10. If you've seen any of my IO videos, I had a Wasr-10, many years ago, and it was a crap rifle. I have to admit, it was not a very good rifle. It put bullets down range, and I didn't have any jams or any problems with it jamming, but it was pretty friggin' ugly. So when I sold that, and I used that money to buy something else, I don't remember now what it was, but when I sold that, I didn't feel like it was there was a lot of love lost there. It wasn't one of those rifles that I just really felt beat up that I had gotten rid of. I was pretty happy to see it go. So then, getting back into the AK platform, I did some searching around. I didn't do a lot of forum research, which apparently is the only way to buy an AK-47. I ended up picking up an IO Inc. And it's a good looking rifle. If you're a novice AK person and you get a AK rifle, that is a very good looking rifle. And I put up a video that says why the IO Inc. rather doesn't suck, and I stand by that video. I think that rifle is a good looking rifle. I think could make some improvements in the metallurgy on that, with the cast trunnions and the cast. I don't know if the bolts are cast or not, but the cast parts on there, they do some more hardening to them or something, but they're definitely not where they need to be. But IO isn't alone in that aspect either. I think there's many manufacturers, namely the U.S. manufacturers, that are putting together AK-47s that are also having the same problem. So that's not a unique problem to just IO. IO's got its own problems with customer service. I think my experience with them is they can be hit or miss. I haven't had a problem personally, and I've contacted them a couple of times, but I have heard the stories. So I think internet lore can sometimes be more than factual factual experiences with people. But hey, if enough people repeat the same things, then it has to be true on the internet, right? So at any rate, away from the IO, I got rid of the IO, and I went out and I bought the Wasr-10. So some of the upgrades that I had done, I had started on the Wasr. I took off of the Wasr when I sold it, and I put it on here. So starting from the back, this is the Veltor AK-47 adapter for the M4 stock, and it just has a little screw-in area here where you mount the tang, and then it comes with an adapter plate up inside here, so you don't have this big old hole sitting there. This is hollow, and it has a screw-on cap on the back here, so you can put paperwork or whatever you have. If you want to keep it with the gun, you can put it back in there and access it if you're making, say, an SBR or something along those lines. I don't know if this would be the platform you would use this on, but you have that back there. You can put paperwork in there or whatever. Moving forward, I went with the AK hand grip. I like the ergonomics on this. I think it just feels good. Also with this Veltor, it has these QD points on both sides. I like those. I like having that. What it is, what it is. It's nothing make or break, but I like having it there. Moving forward, this was a little stiff. I did have to take some effort, took the dust cover off and bend it out a little bit just to make it move a little more fluid. And it's even then it's a little stiff still. I'd rather have it a little stiff than a little loose. So you know, it's functioning now. I like it. It works for what it is, but it's definitely not a speedy shift or throw. This one comes with the optics mount on the side. I did notice that these things can be kind of sharp. You know, if you're trying to sling this over your back and this is the side that hits your back, that's going to dig in a little bit. You know, you might want to file that down a little bit and touch it back up with some kind of bluing or paint or something along those lines. Moving a little forward, I put this, I think this was the Krebs. I think this is a Krebs. I can't remember. I had tried another one. I picked it up off of Amazon. This one here, and it was a piece of you know what I mean. It would fall off. You know, I'd crank down on it. It was like the set screw was too short, so you know, having it cranked all the way down, it would mar up the handle, but it wouldn't actually stay in there. So you get about 2-3 rounds down range, and then it would go flying off, and you know, you're back to just the original charging handle. Whereas with this one, I've probably put, I don't know, 500 rounds through it now, a couple hundred definitely, and it's staying put. It's locked tightly in place, and it's not coming off. I like this a lot. It definitely gives you quite a bit more to put your hands on. So I like it. You know, it's definitely a helpful piece of equipment. So moving forward, I went with the vertical grip. Well, obviously I went with the AKM foregrip, and then on that I used the vertical foregrip from Magpul as well. I like this. I think you know, with this going on up here, I can't remember what this is called.
Ultimac.
Okay. So yeah, so with the Ultimac rail up top here, this thing gets crazy super hot. It will definitely burn you. So having a place to grab a hold of it while you're pushing it out and locking it in place for rapid fire, you're not going to go with a C-clamp on this thing. I mean, it's just, you get anywhere near this and you're going to feel the heat on it. So having this angled foregrip definitely allows you to get, you know, kind of an angled hand on it. Gives it a lot more stability. Moving forward, so I have the Bushnell Red Dot. I think everybody's familiar with these. They're inexpensive red dots, and it's handling the heat pretty well. Haven't had any problems with it. It doesn't flicker. You know, it stays on. It works just fine. I went with this Magpul sling adapter, sling mount, just because I wanted to run a sling. I wanted to have it run forward, and I didn't have any way of getting it in there. I've seen how the operators union ties some 550 paracord in there. It just, I don't know, I didn't want to do that. This was fairly inexpensive. It didn't cost me a whole bunch of money, so why not, right? Just go ahead and go with something that's going to hold up. Continue to move forward. This is the last piece. I went with the Tapco. Wanted to give it a shot. I liked how, you know, it's similar to the birdcage muzzle device for an AR-15, where it's got the gas ports on the top to help push the gases out towards the top, keep the muzzle down. I don't know how well it works. The jury's still out on that. I do get some muzzle flips still. I don't have the original anymore, so I couldn't put it back on even if I wanted to. But I'll probably consider another different type of muzzle device in the future. Other than that, I think you know, this is just a pretty basic AK-47. I'll roll in some range video. I enjoy it. It's a fun shooting gun. not really much more I can say about it. Just like every other AK out there, including the IO, AKs are fun shooters. So if you have one, if you're not sure how you want to modify it, these are some suggestions on how I modified mine. So if you like what you see, if you have questions about what you see, just throw them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Subscribers are what keep me making these videos. So if you want to see more of these, let people know that you like what you're watching here. That's it. Have a good day. Enjoy. Bye.